Hey everybody, welcome to Drama Free Gaming. It is what it says, and it says what it is. I'm Endtime, and wanted to put out this video here at the end of 2019, literally December 31st, 2019. It is 10:14 p.m., and I can already hear the fireworks outside of my home. People have been shooting them off here for quite some time, and I think mostly excited for 2020 to be ushered in 2 decades into this century, and it's good to be alive, guys. Sea of Solitude. It's a game I picked up today. It's on sale until the 2nd of January for $9.99, originally $19.99, and I think it appeals to me, at least aesthetically, because I like games like Inside, and games of that sort of style, Limbo, from the same creators that made Inside. And so the last time I set eyes on this game, Sea of Solitude, it was E3, I believe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. But here it is, and I'm actually excited to play. And I'm going to give you about maybe 15 minutes here of actual gameplay and just chat with you as to what 2019 meant to me as far as gaming, and maybe some other things I might touch upon. 2019, let's see. Expectations. I don't think I really had great expectations concerning gaming, other than The Division 2, which came out and I thought was a good game. I still miss the setting of Division 1. I've said that on other videos, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. I haven't lapsed in Division 2. I just kind of set it down, and hopefully I'll get back to it. But for now, it's not really calling my attention. A game that I really did anticipate and wanted to get into was Anthem, but that was disappointing. Enough said. And other than that, I don't really know of any other game except for one game here that I've started playing literally about a week ago. And I made a short video, and actually my first game review, and I think I'll link it at the end of this video for you guys to go check it out. And that's Ori and the Blind Forest. And yes, I know I'm late to the party. The game came out in 2015, but I give you kind of like my thoughts about it. But it's really a game that has caught my attention, and I am looking forward to completing. So, the original plan was to chat with Jay and share my adventures here on the last day of 2019 concerning my PC, and having to go in and not only replace my CPU, which was the original plan. I was going to swap out my i3 8th generation and pop in an i5 9th gen. I was successful in doing that. But before doing that, guys, I don't know why, but I went ahead and tried to update the BIOS. And let me give you fair warning. With me, whenever I work on a project, no matter how well I plan or research what I'm going to do or watch videos and follow the steps, it's never easy. Well, I'm not going to give too much of it away, because that's something that I want to chat with Jay about and take him on that journey, and well, you as well. It's going to be a funny episode. Speaking about episode, it's actually going to be one of those podcasts which I have spoken of here briefly, but want to give you a little bit more detail. Yes, Drama Free Gaming, myself, I'm seeking to start up a podcast under the Drama Free Gaming moniker, and maybe get into more focused and in-depth conversations regarding gaming, retro gaming, current gen gaming, maybe bring on some people We'll start off, with friends and people that we know, and we'll see where it goes from there. But, it's something that we're already doing during our game nights, and really we enjoy doing. So why not? Why not put it out here and share with you guys and just have fun doing it? We kind of have a skeleton of a plan already situated and ready to go, but it's going to take some work and some time, and hence that was the reason in part that I wanted to upgrade my CPU, because it was bottlenecking my GPU, and I just found that out. And guys, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and that's something that I can say 2019 helped me to do, was to continuously grow and to seek that next thing, not just for the sake of seeking it, but rather because it was an intentional thing. Let me explain a little bit more. I was about 275 pounds at the beginning of the year. It's the heaviest that I've ever been in my life. And they got to the point where I just was not happy. I mean, everything felt like it was just, piling up one on another: work and stress and home and life, and and the weight didn't help. And the weight was actually a product of my not taking care of myself. And a lot of you guys can relate to that as well. We get busy with life, we get busy with our responsibilities, with work, with trying to get our kids ahead, whether they be young or older. We're constantly doing, and we don't take the time for ourselves to stop and to prioritize and to make the time. And guys, we do have the time. I proved that to myself. I mean, I have been overweight before and lost weight, and then gained it again and lost it again and gained it again. And this time I can really say that what is different is just my determination to not see it as a simple, I'm gonna lose X amount of pounds, but rather there was a shift in my thinking, and I'm pursuing it now as a lifestyle. I'm glad to say here that I have lost over 46 pounds in 2019. And no, I did not go on some sort of crash diet or fad diet, or, diet is a bad 4-letter word. All I did, guys, was what I know to do. And that is to sit down and to see what it was that I was doing or not doing and get to it. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't properly hydrating. I was not getting enough sleep. And definitely I was not exercising. And so I tried to go back to my exercise days where I used to do a lot of running and my legs would not cooperate. I would get some really bad cramps and muscle cramps, especially in my calf muscles. But that didn't stop me. I kept looking for information, learned a whole lot about drinking supplements and all natural. I'm not talking about, using something that's going to boost my energy or whatnot, but rather looking at those things that I was not putting into my body, or lacking, I should say, in my nutrition and in my body, and hence it was causing all these unpleasant things. Somewhere in there, I decided to go to the doctors and get a complete physical and asked to get complete blood work. And guys, you've heard this before. I've heard it before, but we're just so hard-headed that we just don't do it. Go to the doctors, go get that full checkup, make sure that you're okay to do any sort of activity, especially if you're pursuing better health. You need to do that. get all that blood work done, get it out of the way, and then you can establish a baseline where you're starting, where you're at, and then really set a goal from there. So thank God that everything came back fine, and I just started my journey. Started to walk, tried to run, and when that wasn't working, when the running was just not coming to me, again, because for whatever reason I just couldn't do it, I turned to cycling and purchased a bike, a good bike, and went out biking and set a schedule for myself. And that's how I lost the weight. Eating right, sleeping. It's all about prioritizing, putting first things first. And if you don't take care of you, you're not going to be good for yourself or for anybody. So in a nutshell, that's what I did. And I didn't plan to talk about this and share it with you guys, but maybe it's because somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm probably thinking that a lot of you are, maybe if you haven't done so already, thinking about a New Year's resolution. I personally don't like to make New Year's resolutions, because if you're going to do something, you're going to do it only when you are ready to do it. And so it's not a date on a calendar. It's not an occasion that should come up that should cause you to, quote unquote, change your life or to do something. It's just a decision that you can make at any moment. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter what's happening, you can make that choice and you can turn in the right direction. Anyways, so maybe that's why I'm sharing this, to kind of remind you that you're not stuck to a specific day or time. Don't run out and get a membership at a gym and all that other nonsense. Start where you're at and go slow and set realistic goals for yourself, but don't be so locked in and bent on accomplishing, quote unquote, those goals as if they were etched in stone somehow. I always got to remind myself, and I try to remind my kids and those around me, when I see them kind of getting anxious about life and because they're not hitting their goals or they're not, reaching certain milestones, and then they get down on themselves and depressed and then they give up altogether. That's why a lot of people, they start off strong and they start off, quote unquote, motivated, but then they quickly fall off the moment they hit the first bump in the road. And that's the reason why, because they feel like, and then I used to feel this way, like, if I don't get it right the first time, well, then why just pursue it? I'm just a screw up and it's not even worth it and I'm not going to do it. And so you give up and then you fall back into your old habits and your old ways. Anyways, so that's kind of my spiel right there on that. And wow, I didn't really think that I was going to talk that much about, well, my own kind of journey. But 2019 was not a bad year. As a matter of fact, it was a year of tremendous blessing for me and for my family. God's opened many doors for me. I am a man of faith. I am a Christian. And I bring that to any and every platform, whether it's gaming, streaming, at work, outside. I'm the same person everywhere. And I just let my witness and my testimony, who I am, speak louder than any words that I can share. But I will say this, guys. It's been great. And if it hasn't been that great for you, then I want to kind of encourage you, hopefully, to keep looking forward, keep pressing on, don't give up. This life is exactly that. It's life. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's going to happen. And we just can't curl up into a corner, into the fetal position, and and hope that things get better. You know, I've been there, done that. I've been in that dark place. You know, even looking at the footage of this game, which I've gotten only about 17 minutes in, and we're getting close to the point where I stopped recording, at least for the game. But, you know, I'm looking at this game, and this is what this game is about, and it's a real thing in our lives, more severe in some than others. But I've been in that dark place. I've been in that gray place. I have felt alone. I have felt that I've had no hope. Well, I should say hopeless, but not without hope. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. I just try to remind myself that here I am, and here I will remain. And while I'm here, I need to try my best to make it count. And so far, so good, guys. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for just watching this video. If you've watched it all the way to this point, I really do appreciate if you would hit maybe that like button, that thumbs up, whatever it is. I forget. But more important than that, more important than subscribing and all that other good stuff, which again is greatly appreciated. I hope you're well, and I hope that you kind of have picked up on what my heart is and the type of person that I am and what drama-free gaming is. Yeah, we talked about a lot of personal stuff now, but it's part of it. It's part of the process, and we hope that this can be a place, it can be a safe haven for all. To game, to enjoy life, to be good to one another, and as I always remind all of you, to keep things drama-free. Happy New Year.